performance today. How did you guys feel like you came out of that one?
Oh, it was really pleasing the way we played. And it was pretty hot early. The pressure was really high from both teams, and for us to then withstand that, be able to continue that on, we felt like we were a bit harder for longer, which is nice. And then we scored on the back of that. So that's really the main aim, was we wanted to ramp up our pressure, and I think we did that at a really high level tonight.
Kieran Briggs continues to grow and develop. Today probably his best game for the club, you think?
Yeah, it's hard to know. He's had some pretty good ones in his short career, but look, he was really important. I thought the stoppage dominance of West Coast early was troubling for us. First 2 goals come from stoppage, so we were under a little bit of pressure there. Tim Kelly on top early. It was Tim Kelly last year, sorry. So it kind of played out at the start similar ways to the round 2 game last year with the stoppage, but we were able to correct that, and Briggsy played a big role in that.
The tackling was pretty evident early on, Adam, and the first 2 rounds you guys only had 36 and 45 tackles respectively. Today 83. What was about early on with the pressure that you were able to suffocate West Coast in their back half?
Yeah, well, I thought we set up behind the attack really well. We wanted to apply that high pressure game. We feel like that's our identity, our trademark, and we haven't been doing it to the level that we would have liked. Our pressure and our tackle the first 2 games of the season haven't been quite where we want it. And so that was a big focus coming in. I was really pleased with the way that we executed that.
It's a message at 3/4 time, going with 1 quarter for a week off next week. Were you hoping for more in the last quarter? They did get a bit of a roll on.
I thought the first half of the last quarter we got dominated in the contested possession, and that was really both stoppage and around the ground. And West Coast were able to get the ball moving forward and score on the back of it. A little bit of inaccuracy there as well, which helped us a bit, but I would have liked to have been a little bit better. But the thing about our guys is you bring their attention to some of the issues, and they do endeavour to fix as quickly as they can. And we've got a lot of players who really take responsibility, which is nice. And so the back half of that quarter, I thought we were able to sort of get the game back somewhat in our terms.
In the lead up to the match, you spoke about the record of the stadium. How satisfying is it to come away?
Yeah, really. Yeah, look, we haven't won over here, very often. I think it was 1 on 9. Now it's probably 2-10. So it's really nice, and it's a great game, a great ground to play at. We really enjoy coming over to Perth. Obviously, we've got some homegrown talent playing for us, as we saw during the week in the front page, and they love coming back and playing in front of their families, and our boys really get around them to support them doing that. So yeah, we love coming across.
And to be 3-0, can you talk about the different challenges that brings compared to last year when you were kind of coming from behind?
Yeah.
Any expectations? What was it like now?
Yeah, it will be a different challenge. Clearly complacency and feeling pretty happy about how we're playing or what we're doing will be something that we'll need to avoid. The moment that we move away from the way that we want to play, we won't get the results that we want. So we're fully aware of that. We continue to challenge each other around making sure we prepare as well as we possibly can each week, go out there and play as best as we possibly can and see where it takes us.
How's Aaron Cadman doing as a player to finish up with 3 goals today and a really nice one?
Yeah, it was a good mark. He's progressing really well. I've been really happy with him. He wasn't quite 100% today coming into the game. We had a little bit of concern around just a bit of soreness in his glute. But for him to be able to perform at the level with that little bit of doubt, I think it's a reflection of his mindset, his mental toughness. Still contributed really strongly for us, and the bye will be a nice weekend off for him.
You mentioned Tim Kelly in the round 2 game last year. Did that round 2 game sort of feature at all in your build-up?
It featured in my build-up. Yeah, it wasn't a great game to watch. We were dominated. We were pretty poor defensively, and Tim Kelly dominated stoppage. So, we weren't sure exactly how West Coast were going to structure up, but it ended up being quite similar. Just different personnel. They've got a lot of really good players through their midfield particularly. So, and a couple of really good emerging ones too. So, we had to be really mindful around the stoppage part of the game particularly.
Would your midfielders be proud of the way they turned the tables in that part of the game?
Absolutely, they would be. Yep, the way that we... as I said, we didn't get off to the greatest start around stoppage. We were dominated there in the first half of the first quarter. But then to fight back, pressure, tackle the way we did, stoppage scores weren't a feature. I think scores off turnover 11 goals to 2, but I don't know what the stoppage was, maybe 3 goals to 2 perhaps. But that's something. Centre bounce, I thought we ended up dominating it, but it was a bit more hard fought than what the numbers suggest, I think.
What's your plan for the bye? How do you handle that with the players?
Well, it's an interesting one. The record of teams off the bye, is a bit of a talking point. So we'll train normally this week leading into the bye, and then prepare for Gold Coast, who incidentally have the bye at the same time. So that's helpful too.
Adam, seeing Aaron out there today with that sort of performance, do you feel like that justifies, I guess, holding him back a little in his debut, seeing what he can put out there now?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I mean, there's not many key forwards who come in and are able to perform at that sort of level in their second year, particularly early in their second year. So, we're really confident in him. He's a hard worker. There's great attention to detail, and he's going to be a really good player for a long time for us.
And having someone like Sam Taylor down back being an absolute wall down there, how much confidence does that give everyone around him?
Oh, enormous, I would imagine. What did he have? 9 intercept marks today and 14 possession gains. So, he's. I think I maybe had 12 last week as well. He's a fantastic defender. We all know that. Probably the best key defender in the game. His ability to nullify his opponent's influence, but also win the ball back is incredible. So we love him in the orange.
Do you have any injuries today? Was the sub was it just tactical?
No, it was tactical. Yeah. So Lockie Ashes, he was okay. He's had a bit of soreness in the first part of the year, but we just saw it as an opportunity, perhaps just to give him a bit of a spell and get James Peatling on nice and early.
You're going to see footage during the week of Toby with his leg up. Not that I don't think there's anything to it, but do you need to just give him a bit of a reminder to leave it down when you're going for a mark? Is it something
Well, I haven't seen it. I didn't see it. So Toby's a pretty good player, an experienced player. He knows what he's doing. He knows if he oversteps the line to correct it. But again, I haven't seen it. So
This is the 4th time, Adam, you guys have had 3 consecutive games, 100 points scored on for you guys or more since you took over at the start of last season. What about in terms of the ball movement that you guys have been able to replicate back to that old Orange Tsunami ways and really hurt teams?
Can't really give it that wide, can I? So I need to keep some secrets. I just think our work rate of our players is really strong. We have really good speed spread across the field, so that certainly helps. I think that'd be the main ones. Very good, guys. Thank you.